All right. Hopefully we're going to knock this one out today. It has been far too long. All right. Now I had some idea about how this would be solvable in a way. First off, we need to build a way that we can do this the same from both sides. And how we do that would have to be actually, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, so interesting. I don't think that this will be useful too much. Well, let's take a look. Alright. Wait, no, I can't even do that, can I? I can't go that far. This is already impossible. Yeah. Okay. So it has to be this square. Did we say it that way? Yeah. And then I guess it would have to be this square? Somehow? Wait. No? This becomes difficult. So we say in theory it's going around this. No. That does not work. Wait. We said this used to work? Oh, great. So it works in some ways, but not in other ways. How is that supposed to work out? No, I tried that, and that didn't work. Right. I'm in failure mode today. Okay. So if I do that one, then what happens if I go around the way that we know works from this side? It complains. What? Alright, is there something I'm missing about why some of these things work and some of them do not? Like for the... If I put in this, where these squares imitate these squares, then it seemed to like that. If I put in this where these squares seem to imitate this squares, it seemed to like that. But it doesn't seem to like me doing it from this side. And also, it doesn't help the way that these things have to overlap. Ugh. I think we already tested whether they have to be in the same place. Like, for example, if I wanted to reverse the side to that side, it doesn't like that. But being a square covering that is fine. It's even fine if I do something else like this. Yes. Oof. So how do I get... How do I get the other ones? It also doesn't help that this is like 5 squares. Does it have to actually include that? No. Okay, so this does work from that side if I do it right. Okay. Okay. So if these have to be more or less congruent, then it can't be like that, because that doesn't solve. It can't be like this, because this goes too far into the other side. There's no way I can draw it. If I do this... Oh. Oh. Can't do that because it has to be incorrect. Oh. Oh, hey. Maybe that'll get me, okay. So we want, corresponding to that, to be able to do this. That's not necessarily going to work. Oh. Oh, that's backwards for that one. Okay, so if I did this, is that just in general? That in general is not going to work. Oh. Whoa. What? Oh, okay. Without that being complete, I can't finish the circuit there. Oop. Okay, so we're gonna try. Let's see if this did a thing. No. Okay. So we've tried that. That doesn't work. Period. And for this to be anything... Whoa. Can that be anything? Because we either forgive this one or that one. If I can't surround that one, like doing that, which I can't do. I think that's how it was before, actually. That doesn't necessarily give me anything. Let's see if that does not. Doesn't like that. If I do it from this side, is it still not like that? It still doesn't like it. It does accept that, though. If it accepts that... Why this one goes so slow, the big one? Is there a way I can create that shape? Not from that side. Okay, so it looks like the challenge is to get a shape that can be built from this side that includes that square. Oh. No, okay. I was wondering if the location of the forgiveness might itself be a clue of some kind. I don't think it was. Okay, right, so one that can be built from here. So it would have to sit in this half of the thing. And it would have to include this block. No? Oh, all right. What? And it corresponds with that somehow. Which I don't think I can do. Okay, is there any way to get that? That's it. So I know my conception of this puzzle is flawed in one way or another. I have, like, an idea of why this is correct, but I cannot apply it to this side consistently. I'm gonna try drawing this on paper. Ooh. So if I need to get a 4-block square and an L block, and then another L block, which we determined has to be that one because it doesn't look like anything else works. And then one of these, which I guess can perhaps rotate. It's not certain which one it has to be. And I have to fit it into this 5x5 grid. Three, 4, 5. In such a way that I can't draw lines that cross the middle because that is out of bounds. Crosses itself. So if that's a square and that's a square, or the triangle, it has to be symmetrical. If we do it symmetrical, what? Okay, and the rough thing is I can't get these to look like they've cleared it all. If I try and do that from there, it shows a fail. And obviously I can't fill it in from here, because that would fail. What? Oh. We've already tried this and determined it doesn't work. Partly because it certainly doesn't include this square. Okay. Obviously, it can't be this. it wouldn't work. Ooh. Alright. Got anything like a hint in here? Is there any other way to solve that one? I want to say no. Because this guy is tyrannical. But if that's the case, then how do we clear it? Oh. Okay, so what am I doing on this side? If it's not... So if it's not imitating the shapes on this side, then what are we actually doing? Like, these puzzles, the twin-sided puzzles on the overworld were you kind of tracing the outline of scenery in the world. But these don't have similar peaks. And it doesn't make sense for that at all. Are you sure I can't go through this? Alright, I'm gonna go back out and look at the original puzzles. I don't know if that's going to help. We can take a look. At least, probably. If I have to solve puzzles to get back out, then I ain't gonna mess with it. But if I can just walk out, then I will.